Making the decision to study in Ontario or in Canada is obviously a big decision, and it's something that you need to take time to think about because there are expenses related to it. And it's not just the tuition that you need to be concerned about, but as well as your lifestyle, where you're going to stay, transportation, and living expenses. Now, I will be touching upon Ontario because that's where my expertise lies, but we do take care of students that are in other provinces as well. Studying in Ontario, as you know, Ontario has a lot of great schools, colleges, and universities. So before coming to us, you should have done a little bit of a research to know which school or college or university you prefer to go to. The main focus of this video will be to apply into colleges and universities. So to be approved for a study permit, you are only required to apply for a study permit, first of all, if your education is 6 months or longer. If you're coming into Canada to study English or to improve your English and the course is maybe 3 months, 2 months, 4 months, or 5 months, you don't need a study permit. But if you are getting enrolled in a college or university, you would need a study permit because usually the programs are longer than 6 months. Now, you need to be enrolled in what we call a designated learning institution. Only then would you be approved for a study permit. You can go to the designated learning institution, you can find it online, and you can choose the province of your choice. One little tip that you need to know prior to applying for at a school or a college is that a lot of colleges and private schools, that is, or private institutions, they cannot be approved for a postgraduate work permit. What that means is that if you apply at a program in a popular college or university, you would be eligible for a postgraduate work permit once you graduate. So you need that because the postgraduate work permit allows you to work at any desired workplace for a certain amount of years. I will be touching more about it next week. However, it's something that you need to know prior to applying at a college or university. Most universities in Ontario, Brock, York, University of Guelph, University of Toronto, Ryerson, etc., they are approved for the postgraduate work permit. Most colleges like Seneca, George Brown, Humber College also have programs that are eligible for the postgraduate work permit. Now, I mentioned that I will be touching upon the PGWP next week or later on, but stay tuned. There will be more information about the postgraduate work permit. One thing that you need to know prior to applying for a study permit, after doing your research and applying to the school of your choice, you must have a letter of acceptance. Without a letter of acceptance, we cannot start a study permit application. Now, most colleges or universities will also require that you do a language requirement test. So some of them will give you the IELTS, others have their own language test of their own choice. Most colleges and universities will also require that you make a deposit, a tuition deposit. It depends on the percentage, but you need the confirmation of the deposit once you have been accepted. And we need that confirmation once we apply for your study permit application. As you can see, there are some steps that need to be done prior to applying for a study permit application. But once you've done it, we put everything, we gather the documentation, we submit the application online. Another thing that is required, of course, is proof of funds that are separate from your tuition funds or your education funds. You need to show that you have enough money to survive as a student without work in Canada or without any financial assistance. So usually $10,000 is required to show that you have enough funds to survive for 1 year. As you guys can see, these are just some preliminary information about getting a study permit in Canada. However, at Bracelaw, we also assist students with finding the right educational institution, the right college, private institution, or the right university. We do have some teachers on our teams that help us guide the students in the right direction. And moreover, I myself used to be a high school teacher prior, so I have knowledge about the best institutions in Canada, especially with a special focus in Ontario. But for more information, please do not hesitate. Go on to our website, www.bracelaw.ca, or call, text, write to us, whatever platform you want to choose to get in contact with us, and we would be more than happy to assist you.